Right, there you go. It's just after 7 o'clock on Saturday morning, so we are ready to go with the 48-hour challenge. I don't know if I can do this. There's not a lot of parts in this kit, so I thought what I'd do first off is we'll do a little quick review, which will take like 2 secs. What do you get for a 2 shekel kit? So here's the contents, and for once I'm actually organised. I've got a knife ready. It's not like me. I've got to be organised with this. Time's are ticking, so let's see what you get. You actually get quite a lot. It's quite good. It's quite good. That's why I snaffled it up. You know, for a couple of shekels, you get photo etch stuff. It's not look very nice. There's some sort of bracing or something. We'll have a look at the instructions. There's a spider. Yes, you get a photo etch spider and some grilly bits. Seat belts. Yep, that's all looking pretty schmiffy. And this is 1/48th, which is a reasonable size car, but it's still a tiny bugger. Imagine this at 1/72. I couldn't do it. And you've got your, your Balkan Cruz, whatever you call them. Those little black crosses, and more like the Maltese ones too. Are they Maltese? Well, I don't know. They're like the little pointy ones, silver ones. They're nice. Amazingly, you get in this kit wire. Yes, you get wire. You can wire a little sucker up. If you need to do a little hot wire start. And here we go. A clear part in a aeroplane. Well, that's obviously his little windshield there, or something. That's something that he's using. Looks like a little windshield. So there we go. Right, plastic, not a lot of sprues, not a lot to it. So let's cut the sucker. Oh, I love this feeling, don't you? When you first cut in to the plastic on the kit. Well, don't bump the iPad, Harry Houdini. Yeah, drongo. I always do that. It's an earthquake. Okay, so what do we get? Oh, actually, there's 5 sprues. Well, that's quite a lot of sprues for your money, isn't it? They're only little buggers, though, aren't they? So, wings, and they look quite nice. You've got the interior, which is kind of detailed out. You've got a little, what's that? That's a little something or other. There's a duvet. Look, we don't know. I don't think I've built a biplane since I built a Newport, and that was balsa wood. And back then, I think I had pimples. The only place I got pimples at the moment is on my arse. Oh, don't say arse. Oh, dear. At least I didn't say fuck. Now, struts and things and bits and bobs, well, it's all there. That goes down the bottom near the wheels. I know that. So that's an exciting little sprue. More bits. I think we should look at the instructions. I haven't got a frigging clue. Oh, there's a propeller. That's okay. Here's an engine. That's quite good. These are obviously wheels and machine guns. Oh, well, I knew something. Yeah. Wheels and machine guns. Not a complete idiot. Okay, you got a little, thing here. Baron Brain Rectile and shooting down the planes and getting snoopy. There we go. Yep, that's all very interesting. And then, sticking, gluing, flipping, blanking, cutting, doing. Okay, done. And colours, yeah, wonderful. Oh, it's a nice little picture there. Shows you what it's going to look like. All right, so that's lovely. And away we go with these instructions. So, yeah, there's stuff goes on straight away. Photo etch goes in straight away, isn't that, It's all there. It's all part of the kit. You don't have to do anything else. Colours, apparently it's some sort of olive green on the inside. I don't know. I'll have to do a little bit of research. But I'm literally going to whack this together. I'm not too worried. I'm just going to have fun with it. It's a 2 shekel fun job, What can you get for 2 shekels? No, you can't get that. No. Getting on with the review, Harry Houdini. Goodness me. Yeah, there, machine guns go on. That's good. Builds the wings. And then here's your sewing instructions here for the wire, Knit 1, purl 1. Yep, that's all there. That's pretty good. And amazingly, there's no wire like on the wings, so to speak. It's just sort of, you just kind of, if you have a look at the picture, you kind of wire up underneath here with the wheels, and you wire up over here around the machine gun, and there's a little bit of wire here on the tailplane, but this for a, because I have built biplanes before, and usually there's all this bloody wiring and stuff and cables and crap you have to put in. Well, it hasn't got any of that, right? It's only got that little bit there, but this is pretty good. And there we go, 9 to 11 steps. That's it, 11 steps. Oh, look, I have that done by lunch. This will probably be the 48-day build, bugger 48 hours. And the painting chart, rot, and rot. Yep, and blanca. Yeah, that's it. That's all there is. And a little bit of the black on the wheels. What's that? No, that's French. I don't know. What's black in German? Black. Blacken Sie. There you go. Dunkel black. Don't know. Sprue map, the rest of it. Look, it's instructions, it's Dragon. No doubt it's going to be vague, it's going to be interesting, it's going to be a challenge. And I'll have to probably, try and figure out actually what's bloody going on. I may refer to some pictures. I'm just going to build it. 48 hours. Here we go. I've stuffed around 10 minutes making this. I'm off. Okay, 2 hour sit rep. Well, a little bit less than that because I started a bit later, but I did stuff around doing that introduction. And we have been having a lot of fun with the new Iwata airbrush. I must say this thing is a joy to use. And shock horror to the purists, I have primed and pre-shaded all the parts in the colours that I need. I painted using Ammo Mig Primer the interior, the olivey colour, and the propeller apparently is supposed to be that too. I primed using white Styrene Res, the tailplane, and then all the other parts is going to have red and silver and brown and black and whatever. They've all had a pre-shade of Styrene Res. See how I've got it all sort of splotchy and everything? That's not crappy airbrushing. I have put my splotchiness under there to give it some tonality. I don't know if this is going to work. We'll see. 48 hour challenge, 46 hours to go. Alright, we're about 3.5, nearly 4 hours into the build, so we're away. I forgot to paint any of the photo etch, but I have read the instructions and I found out lots of things like there's 12 steps in this for a start. These are all landing struts, so they'll get painted in the final spray, the red, so don't have to worry about that sprue of photo etch at all. And I don't think any of those even get folded, which is great because this is shit stuff to fold, this bloody this silvery stuff. Now, most of these stay the colour they are, and I found these little guys here, they're not grills. They go around, well, they are grills, I suppose. They go around the machine guns, yes. So they're going to get, they're about the only thing that needs to get rolled and folded. Just about everything else is, there's some pedals here, but they're silver. Most of this stays silver. The seat belts will need a dab of brown, but I'll have them sort of popping, well, they'll be reliefed above the seat, so I'll be able to hand paint those afterwards, I think, before I button up the interior. So far, I'm pretty good. I don't really need to paint any of this. That can all sort of get done when I do the final spray after it's assembled. And everything else is sort of interior. Lucked out. So far, this kit's proving to be an absolute dream. So here we are. We're nearly at hour 4, and I'm about to cut the first sprue. I haven't even cut a sprue yet. 4 hours into it. But I have done all this prep and made sure this primer has really had time to set. And I think that's really going to make it so much easier as we get into this build. Alrighty, next will be a slideshow of photos as I get through and do some assembly. It is 7:15 in the evening, so it's nearly been 12 hours since I started, and I am getting to the end of my ability to do anything. Mainly because I've got to wait now. I've got all these little itty-bitty bits here, there inside the cockpit, and I finally struggled with all that photo etch, which you saw in the photos before. I was really having a lot of trouble with it until I sort of spoke to some guys online, and I've gone away from my usual method of cutting on glass with the razor blade, and instead I'm cutting on a new cutting board, which is very firm. It's got a little bit of spring, and I'm holding things down with tweezers, and I'm using a brand new X-Acto blade. That's working with this stuff. This stuff's different. I mean, somebody told me to anneal it, and all that does is it goes brown and then it goes blue, and that doesn't help it at all. In fact, it's worse then. So yeah, a whole new thing. But once you work out the method of dealing with this stuff, you can cope. So that might have helped me back in the academy Hetzer when I was really struggling with that sort of nickel PE. So yeah, totally different copper stuff. Right, teeth in. Tired. This is hard work when you're under pressure. Now the seats was primed with the Styrene Res black. I've given it a little bit of a wash and a dark brown, and tomorrow I'm going to dry brush on this light brown. So I'll get that done. So basically I'll be able to button up everything because I've got those interior, that's all ready to go. Everything's sort of, lots of things, sub-assemblies and prepped, and I've got things cut out. And, you know, tomorrow morning I'm going to basically, you know, by the time we come to 7:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, I'll have this all together. At least that's the hope. Okay, well there you go. That's the end of this sit rep. Sunday morning, boob tubers, and as you see it's just after 4:30 a.m. So we're basically at build point 21 hours. Now, there's been a snag. This is the reason I am up early on a Sunday morning instead of getting my beauty sleep, as I should. Now, after I'd posted my 12-hour update, I was feeling pretty pleased with myself and, basically looking forward to getting an early night's bedding and wake up early and button this thing up. Well, I get contacted by a person who's built this plane quite a few times and has actually been over to Europe and held in his hands the mummified genitals of Baron von Richthofen or some such shit. This guy's pretty passionate about the whole thing, and that's fine. And he knows the correct colours. And of course, I've apparently totally cocked it up. The interior here should be cream and the seat should be red and, blah, 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 blah. And 20 messages later and explanations, I'm making a mess of this, apparently. Now look, my challenge was to build this out of the box in 24 hours, okay? 48 hours, sorry. You can tell I'm angry. That was my challenge. That's what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to do a little bit more here until I hit 7:30 a.m. Sunday morning. Then I'm going to halt. Then I'm going to leave it a week because this fellow wants to discuss my build at the next club meeting, which is not until next Saturday. So I'll hold. I haven't sort of broken my 48-hour rule because 24 hours into it, I'll just stop. Okay? Put it aside. Go to this meeting, chat to this guy, find out what his beef is face to face. We'll see. We'll see what the result of that is and what I decide to do with this build. But I will save up the last 24 hours to actually finish this. I will still complete the challenge, but we're kind of be doing it with an intermission. All right? So that's what we're going to do. All right? We'll find out what the story is. Is it valid? Should I fix these problems? Or is this just a model that I'm going to build and you're not even going to see any of this stuff? Who knows? Who cares? But I'll post a little quick ending on this showing you where I'm up to at the 24-hour mark and then break. Okay, final sit rep for this 24-hour period, and it's just before 7:30 a.m. and I am at a stop point. Now, I have built up the seat and I've built up all the controls here, which are going in the cockpit. Here's the pics. As you can see, they pretty fiddly sort of stuff and pretty fumbly, and I ended up scratching the seat, and it was a bit tricky to get those seat belts on. Not impossible, but it's the usual sort of photo etchy fiddly stuff. So I scratched everything, and I needed to touch up with the paints, which I did. So they're still basically drying, and I'm hesitant to shove them into the fuselage at this point. But everything's ready to go. My fuselage halves are ready to, I've already done a trial fit and given a bit of fettling. They should be perfect, actually. So that would be the interior done, and essentially that's where I've got to. I'm here on step 3. Okay, so I've got that assembled up. I've got the little skid at the back there. He's cemented in, and my interior is done. Now, interestingly, in this kit, nowhere does it actually have a colour call-out for the interior. They seem to do everything else, but they don't. It's implied, sort of, like everything else is 304, which is olive green, 304 olive green. But nowhere do they tell you the seat colour, and nowhere do they tell you this. So you have to figure that out for yourself. So we were going to leave this as is. I've dry brushed a little bit of rot brown on there on the seat. And it's actually come with a bit of a leather effect, as you can see in that pic. And who knows? We could choose to repaint the interior cream, if that's the correct colour. And we could put a brown apparently down here on the wood for there. That's all possible before we button this up. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this. We're going to chat to my mate, my Red Baron loving mate, and find out what the story is and if it's important to my build. And that's the thing. Is it important to me? It may be historically correct for all these things, right? But does that impact on my build? Is that something that I'm going to worry about? And is that going to detract from me having fun with my hobby? That's the point, isn't it? Now, I started out pretty enthusiastic. I'm a bit pissed off this morning. I'm sorry about that. But I'm going to have a week to chill, sort this crap out about the correct colours of Red Baron's ass, and we'll come back next weekend and I will do another 24 hours. So I'm still going to do my 48-hour challenge because I'm not going to do any more building from this point on. All right. So that's the first 24 hours finished on the 48-hour challenge. And, you know, I've got a lot of fiddly stuff done. And it's really just buttoning it up, chucking the wings on, striking a bit of string on it, whacking some red paint, and chucking some decals on. How hard can it be? Once you get the colours right, yeah. All right, well, that's it. It's hooroo from me, and it's goodbye from Australia.